It's not often that a single movie soundtrack takes over the music world, but what K-pop Demon Hunters has done in just a few months is something no chart forces of the entire year. And the wildest part? This moment doesn't seem to be slowing down. If anything, the numbers are getting louder, the fandom is getting stronger, and the soundtrack is breaking records people never imagined possible for a fictional group. When October's top movie songs chart dropped, the industry expected strong performance. But nothing like this. For the fourth month in a row, K-pop Demon Hunters swept the entire upper section of the ranking, locking in the top 7 spots without breaking a sweat. 4 straight months of total domination, something even the biggest blockbuster film franchises have never achieved. And still, fans are pushing these songs like they're charting their favorite real-life idol groups. At the center of this storm is Golden, the unbelievable hit by the film's fictional girl group HUNTR/X. A track created inside an animated universe somehow became one of the biggest real-world songs of the year. By October, Golden wasn't just charting, it was pulling numbers that left the industry stunned, climbing across every major platform with streaming spikes, rising sales, and viral momentum that refused to slow down. The song had already hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making HUNTR/X the first fictional K-pop group to top the chart. And instead of falling off like most soundtrack singles, it stayed strong, pulling in millions of plays every single day. But Golden wasn't the only powerhouse. That's the shocking part. Most soundtracks manage one hit if they're lucky, maybe 2 if the stars align. But this soundtrack, it built an entire ecosystem of hits. Tracks like Soda Pop, How It's Done, Your Idol, and What It Sounds Like turned into fan favorites, each gaining their own following, their own trends, and their own dedicated fan edits. Every song played like a standalone single, and fans treated each one like a new era from a real girl group. By the time October rolled in, data from TuneFind and Luminate confirmed what the fandom already knew. K-pop Demon Hunters wasn't riding hype, it was controlling it. Song discovery numbers skyrocketed, playlist placements kept expanding, and each track maintained high demand through September's measurement period. The movie had been released months earlier, yet its music behaved like a brand new drop every time a new viewer pressed play. Industry insiders were baffled. The soundtrack wasn't supposed to keep this level of interest for this long. Movie tracks usually fade when the film leaves the spotlight, but here, the opposite happened. Word of mouth got stronger, soundtrack streams increased, social media clips multiplied. Fans kept returning to the songs because each one had a different energy, a different hook, a different piece of world building that made the universe feel alive. Then came the album news that pushed everything into historic territory. While the songs dominated the top movie songs chart, the entire soundtrack surged up the Billboard 200, eventually landing at #1, becoming the first soundtrack in years to top the album chart. And not just any soundtrack, an animated one. A fictional group, a film with no traditional idol promotions, no live performances, no award show stages, no interviews. Just pure fan excitement, organic momentum, and a world listeners didn't want to leave. The impact rippled far beyond the charts. Fans created theories about the characters behind the music, debated the fictional lore, and even treated HUNTR/X like a real K-pop group preparing for a comeback. Online fanbases grew so large that some industry watchers joked the group had more engagement than some real-world idol acts. People weren't just listening, they were participating. The line between fiction and reality blurred, and suddenly, this animated universe felt like a living part of the K-pop landscape. What makes this even more unbelievable is the level of consistency. 4 straight months at the top means this wasn't a short-term spike or a viral wave. It was a full-blown takeover. And as October's ranking locked in, excitement grew across social media, with fans celebrating the achievement like a major comeback win. The sound of this film defined the season, shaped playlists, and kept showing up on charts that were never designed to be ruled by a single movie. And the industry is paying attention. Producers, labels, and studios are already watching this phenomenon. This kind of success is rare. So rare that many are wondering if K-pop Demon Hunters has permanently changed the expectations for animated films, soundtracks, and fictional idol groups. Some insiders say this could be the beginning of an entirely new era where fictional groups compete directly with real ones. Others believe it's a unique moment in time, something sparked by a perfect mix of fandom culture, strong songwriting, and the global power of K-pop. Either way, it's hard to ignore what's happening. A single animated movie has created a musical universe that refuses to collapse. Every month adds another layer to its legacy, another reason fans keep shouting about it online, another milestone no one predicted. It's not just a soundtrack, it's a movement. And the most intriguing part? This dominance might not be over. With new fans discovering the movie every day and rumors circulating about possible spin-offs, expanded music releases, or even a fictional group debut stage created using CGI technology, there's a growing belief that the world of K-pop Demon Hunters is just getting started. If these songs can control the top chart positions for 4 months straight, who's to say they won't stretch that streak even longer? One thing is clear. K-pop Demon Hunters didn't just release music. It built a musical universe that listeners stepped into and refused to leave. And as long as the soundtrack keeps pulling in massive streaming numbers, charting like a monster hit, and dominating conversation online, this animated world is going to keep holding on to the crown 1 month at a time. Because sometimes, the biggest musical moment of the year doesn't come from a real group, a global tour, or a headline-grabbing scandal. Sometimes it comes from a movie that no one expected to reshape everything. And yet, here we are, 4 months in, 7 spots taken, and no signs of stopping.